How you doing, everybody? Nick DiVirgilio here to talk to you about a very cool piece of gear. This is the Alesis SamplePad Pro. Now, if you already have an electronic drum kit and you just need to add a pad set to be able to trigger some extra sounds, whether you're turning your acoustic drum kit into a hybrid drum kit and you want to have some electronic loops and stuff to be able to play along with your acoustic kit, or if you need a small kind of ready to go, put under your arm and just run off to the gig and, you know, kind of a club gig kind of thing, this could be a great option to check out for all of those situations. It comes with a lot of really cool sounds. It's extremely easy to use and to program if you need to program it. Has 200 plus sounds in it, 10 different drum kits already loaded in. Lots of great input and output features, which I'll get into you with. And the coolest thing about this whole piece of gear here is that you can expand it and add your own samples, your own loops, whatever you want with a simple SD card. So the sound potential is really limitless depending on what you have to work with at home and what you want to put into it. And for the price point, this is a great option to check out for all of those things. Let's get into the features right now. On the back of the unit, you have an aux input, which is great for your iPod, your iPhones, or anything that has an 1/8" output. You can practice along to tracks very easily with its own volume pot. The SamplePad Pro is expandable. You can add more pads, a kick drum pedal, or a hi-hat trigger if you like. So there's a kick and a hi-hat input. There's a foot switch input, so you can actually change the kits on the fly. You don't have to use your fingers. Pad 1 and 2 are for extra pads if you want. Your main left and right outputs, MIDI in and out, and a really cool USB output so you can add your samples back and forth from your computer very quickly. Then on the front side of the unit, here's the slot for your SD card, so you can have your sounds right there. Your main volume and a phone input and a volume for that as well. So like I said at the beginning of this video, the unit itself, right out of the box, comes with 200 plus of its own high-quality, handcrafted sounds by the Alesis sound team, and 10 kits. All of this stuff is user-programmable, too, so you can change it all if you'd like, but out of the box, it sounds really good. The unit comes with 8 dual-zone pads, which means dual-zone means you can have 2 sounds on each pad layered. So if, for instance, if you have a snare sound, you have a rim shot, and then the center of the drum hit, you can have both those on the same pad to get the bigger, more full sound. You can also add 2 sounds of completely different sounds together, whatever you like. It's so easy to program this thing. The rim pads, along with these 6 main square pads, are all dual zone. They feel really good, they're sensitive, and listen to the sensitivity of this snare drum, just the basic snare drum that comes with kit number 1. That gets really quiet to really loud. You're not trying too hard with the stick. Some great sensitivity there. Now, obviously, I don't have a hi-hat pedal hooked up to this, but you have what they call mute groups on here, so you can use the pads and have it kind of like a hi-hat would work. So when you have the hi-hat open, then you hit the other pad, it'll close the hi-hat sound. So that's really cool and easy to work. So you have a loop that extends for a long time and you want it to turn off when you hit a certain other pad in the group, just put them on the same mute group and it works. It's so simple to do. Let me play a few of those sounds. At the top, I played just their kit number 1. They call it their acoustic kit. It's basic kind of acoustic drum sounds. Let me play a few more of the internal sounds that come with the unit. They also have some cool dance sounds in here too. So even just the basic sounds that come in the unit itself are very usable. You could take these off to a gig and get through the gig no problem. But what really elevates this SamplePad Pro to the next level is the expandability to be able to add extra pads if you like, the kick drum, the hi-hat pedal if you want, different pads, and the best thing is to be able to use your own sounds. I put together a couple different kits just to kind of demonstrate for you. Let me get to one of those right now, and then I'll get deeper with it and show you how to actually program some of these things. All right, this particular kit, I added all my own samples. The unit takes 16-bit 44 one-way files, so you just got to make sure they're in that format before you load them on the SD card. But that's easy to do. I added some loops here that'll start and stop when I tell them to, and my own sounds. Let me demonstrate that for you right now. So very cool that you can do that kind of thing, play loops. You can be in a band where you have backing tracks and you can be the one triggering those tracks. And it's really, really simple. And it stops when you tell it to. Very, very cool. You can also do melodic sort of sounds. One of the internal kits, they call it their marimba kit, and it's this kind of thing. It's a very, very nice marimba sound. If you want to play a melodic line in a particular song, you can easily do that with this machine as well. One last little kit I'll show you that I custom made here with some different loops and some different sounds. So as you can see, you can get kind of big dramatic things going on at the same time, or if you want to just play your normal, kind of regular old acoustic drum sounds, you can do that as well. So it's a pretty powerful little box. Now let me get into how easy this thing is to program. All right, let me show you a couple things about this unit. First thing you'll notice is that it has this really cool blue light that surrounds every pad, the name Alesis there. So if you're in a dark room, this will kind of look cool with their little blue lights behind the pads. All the programming is done in here in this LCD screen, and all you have are these 4 buttons to navigate everything. So it's really simple. The up and down arrows just send you through the different options that you can change. The left and right will change those options. If you press, you'll see a line here. If you press these 2 buttons together for a couple seconds, you go to where you can get in and change the foot switch, the metronome setting, hi-hat. I'll show you those in just a second. You can load some samples in from here as well. Press the 2 buttons again to get back to the regular kit mode. And then if you customize the kit and you want to save it, just press the 2 buttons that are connected to save for a couple seconds, and it'll bring up that prompt, and you can copy the kit, save the kit, do some other global settings. So it's really, really simple. You don't have to be a programming wizard to customize this SamplePad Pro. Like I mentioned in the beginning of this video, you can add a ton of your own sounds, up to 512 of your own custom sounds, 20 of your own drum kits on a 32 gig SD card. This little card will hold a bunch of sounds. It's really amazing. You can get so much stuff in this little thing here. It just fits back in the front of the unit and you're good to go. All right, let me show you how easy it is to program this thing. Right now we're on kit number 6. I'll use that one, that's fine. Go down, so whatever pad I hit, the number will change so you can see where you are. Very easy. Keep pressing the up or down. We'll go through all the different options. So right now it's on internal, so I'm playing internal sounds. If I wanted to add one of my own custom sounds, press the side, it'll say card. There you go. You also have the one next to it that says layer A. If I go over one, I could pick layer A or layer B. Like I said before, there's 2 sounds you can have on each pad. Go down one more level to where it says empty. Pick the pad you want. There we go. All right. Now scroll through all the different samples you have on your card. So let's pick this one. There's a boing sound. Nice. Well, say I want to add something to the boing sound on the different layer. So go back up, get to your layer setting, pick layer B, then go back down to that same thing. It says empty. So now you can add something on layer B. Scroll through your sounds. What should I add to the boing sound? I don't know. All right, how about a door slam and a boing? I'm not sure what you would ever use that for in a musical setting, but I'm just showing that you can do it. How about an elephant? Wow. Now, the only reason I show you those crazy sounds is to show you how easy it is to program. All right, so there's different options for each pad and different ways to go through and tweak the sound. Very simple. Tune, obviously sends the pitch up or down. Sensitivity is the sensitivity of the sound, so you can make it, if you barely touch it with the stick, it's quiet. The higher the number, the harder it is to play the sound, okay? You have your panning, center, left or right, simple. There's a little bit of reverb in this box, so you can add some reverb to whatever sound. And the next one down is the level for the reverb. The next one down shows you the MIDI note number of the particular sound you're hitting. The next one is mode. This one's important because this has to do with the sample and how it reacts to your playing. Then you have the velocity. You go down one more, you have the velocity of each pad up to 127, which is the loudness. And then the last one at the bottom is mute groups. So that's really good for the hi-hat sound. So you have one pad with an open hi-hat, the other pad with the closed hi-hat. In order to get that open hi-hat sound to close and to stop playing, you put them on the same mute group. And that's basically it. If you want to save the kit, press these two buttons like I showed you before. Those options come up. Just hit Save Kit, press it again, and it saves. Pretty easy. Press the two buttons to go back to normal mode. All right, everybody, if you're looking for a really cool, really easy to use electronic pad that gives you the ability to put your own sounds in, to be able to take it to a gig just like that, put it underneath your arm. It's great out of the box with its own internal sounds and the ability to add your own sounds and loops and wherever your imagination can take you. This is a really cool box at a great price, and you should definitely check it out. If you want any more information about this Alesis SamplePad Pro, just contact your Sweetwater sales engineer. No, sit down. It's okay, thanks.